Hello everyone, and welcome to another at a glance episode. Um, so I know that I mentioned it in uh, a previous episode this month. Well, uh, this week um that I go in for my lower back to get medical uh a seizure done on it. So I'm still nervous about it, but it's like I still hope that everything works out okay. You know. Um and then whatever everything that has been going on with me lately, mentally, physically, it's like I just want to like touch on that. um that being said, this week's episode isn't gonna be like the typical episode where it's like that I list out three main topics. And instead, as you can already see up here, that there's no listing at all to go off of as far as topics goes, and that's because I'm just gonna have one like huge overarching topic, but dive into multiple subtopics. So I really want this episode to kind of touch on a lot of my struggles. I really want it to be more relatable. From a mental standpoint. I really want it to be really relatable. To other people. Who are are um dealing with or battling mental demons. um so I'm gonna jump right into other news. So ended up having to totally redo the pond um for the closure for the turtle. I'm gonna be honest, I did not had a water test at first, and I should have. Had I done so, I would have known that it had a leak, and I could have had did something to fix that, instead of trying out something and per panic mode and having it not work out the way that I needed it to, and then ultimately messing up the integrity of the actual pond. But I'm trying to be a little bit on the a hopeful side that I was able to actually save some of the plants that I was able to like take out, you know. Um but I did buy some like extra plants, you know, as a precaution, I guess, like in case of like I'm able to, really like save like a lot of the other plants, like if they don't like make it, um and then I also wanted to add some more like anyway, just like more like cover on the floor of it. um but this time I'm definitely gonna make sure like I do got like a water test first, before I choose to add in the plants. um but I'm confident that it'll be watertight, because I did something this time that I should have did like the first time when I was like actually can structing it. um you know um I'm also trying to knock out the design concept for the headbands that are gonna be for my son's school. um and that I also want like them to actually also be able to, like spread out like awareness for like mental health, as like an added like bonus, I guess. So um like I already had mentioned that this week's episode isn't gonna be like a typical like episode. So with that being said, like I'm gonna fill up the subtopics like over here as I like talk about them. And I'm going to take like a short like intro, like a mission break after like every three sub topics. Like I do want to say like that one thing that like I do find helpful, is like looking like in the mirror, and seeing my um uh my personal at a quote, that's like on my like tie back headband. And like I also like have been like wearing these like socks, like watch bands. Like each one has like its own like message on it. um you know and like I find that, like I get like every like at a reminder, like it's like this like quick like a little like inspirational like quote, phrase, or whatever, that at any point in time, I can like look at, um so I mean, those two things, it's like that they have been really helpful, like as of lately. So, diving right into the first subtopic, trust. Um, I don't really know why I chose this to be the first one, but I mean, I will say it's one that I've struggled with for most of my life. You know, um, it's like it's like I struggle to let anyone in or get close. You know, um, I will say I've had medical um per professionals who have broken that trust, you know? It's like I don't know if it was because they were trying to, save face, if they thought they were doing the right thing, if they thought that, oh yeah, we do it this way, and no harm is going to come of it or whatever. But I will say the exact same time for every uh doctor or whoever has messed me over or done me wrong, that there's always been that one, that who's looked out for me, I remember, when I was in the military, and I was going up to one of the in-house um therapists, and she's like, so this and that, and that I told her, what was going on. She's like, hey, look, I'm not saying that you should go over somebody's head, but I do think that some things are not being done that ought to be done. And so the time I was thank you, this and that, it's I really don't want to, go over anybody's head. I don't want to do something that. She's like, that I get that, I understand that, but at the same exact time, it's you have to look out for you, because if you don't, the odds are a lot of times that nobody else will, you know. Um, which so I think is why it's that. I don't know. It's that we have a saying in the a military. It's that it's a closed mouth won't get a fed. And I honestly, it's it's I would leave that, because if I would have just kept my mouth shut, and not had pushed stuff anything, then I honestly do think I would have got um I don't know, I guess um let go, or pushed out with getting really any of my benefits. I mean, it's maybe I would have got them, if I would have had fought, a hard form, this and that. But I mean, at the same time, it's everything that I was going through and dealing with, that was being like missed, like handled, you know, like, it's like, I do think that, I mean, like at times, I mean, like it's easy, like to turn like a blind eye, and say, well, well, this isn't going on here. That's not happening here, but, you know, but in the end, like I did have somebody, I'm saying, who like listened, and who had helped me out, who honestly said, hey, this is what you should probably go do, because otherwise you're not gonna get the help that you need or the cure you need or whatever that it is. Um so yeah. So it's like, it's like learning, it's like how to, like not like shut like everybody out, because it's gonna be like a time when we're gonna have to be able to trust, somebody, you know. So the next topic is trauma. Like, it's like I'm not shocked that this is in the first three three topics, that I'm going to go over. I mean, the point being, because like it's something that I still deal with. It's like I have like a lot of I think I have like a lot of like unresolved, like trauma. It's like whether that be from my childhood, whether that be from my like adulthood. Even if it is like resolved to like an extent, it's like I'm still like having to like um go through the like motions. It's like with being in a like a vehicle, and like, and it's like having that like fear, like that I'm not safe. It's like, it's like that instant like heart pounding, like panic, you know um it's like that kind of goes along with like not being able to trust like certain like ones, because ones who are supposed to protect you, to have your best like interest, you know were some of the ones who actually hurt you, who actually did you wrong, who actually abused you, and like I don't think that one like ever like truly, just like wakes up one day and it's like, oh well, I'm so like over this, you know like I know with me, like I know like a lot of the stuff like that I've been through and this and that, that I've built up like walls, like I built up like mental like barriers, I mean like that I know that after I tried to take my life, when I was a little bit older than what my little boy is now, that that was the moment, that I created this like other version of like me, like this like a version of me that took all of the punishment, like uh, all of the beatings, like all of the like abuse and like whatnot, and and took it, and didn't say anything at all, you know. But like I knew, what different ones were like capable of, and then like you got this like other me, that so everybody like knows and sees and is all cool and calm and is happy, is like a little bit shy but is still like happy and is like outgoing and this and that, and just like acts like the other person did nothing wrong. Like they're not like capable of like doing like anything bad, you know while deep down, like you got this like this you have this they have this like this other side that's like, are you blind? Are you dumb? Like, are you deaf? Yeah, there's like a disconnect here, man. Like, I know you're not gonna tell me that that they're so doggone good, they they haven't done wrong or anything like that. When that I've seen it, like when I've like dealt like with that going on, it's kind of like um uh the Moon Knight, like I think that season 1 is on the Disney app, but yeah, it's kind of like what that dude did, you know like when his brother died and his mom blamed him, and she turned abusive, and he had that like a personality, like flip, where it's like you got the him who's like, well, we should do this because this keeps mom happy, and then like the other one that sees all the bad stuff that the mom does to them, you know um like I think like I kind of like went through, that, it's like, I mean, it was like after that moment, um so the next sub topic is coping mechanisms. Yeah. um yeah, this is like another like a big one, it's like I do have like different ways of like dealing with things, like coping with things, some of which are not good like a long term, such as just like acting like things that they didn't actually happen, you know just like locking them up like in a box, or like behind like a closed door, with a chain I like over it, and just saying, well, that I won't have to go back there again. Like I don't have to like I don't have to like look at that again. Um, yeah, that's good for the short term, but not the long term. Long term, like what's useful, is like mindfulness, or like listening to like music. For me, that happens to be like worship music. Like I listen to like all kinds, but but I don't know. It's just like for me, like listening to like worship music, like it helps me, when I'm like really down, and stuff like that. Like I know I listen to like NF, and that kind of stuff. But like worship music that it helps too. Um, like um So like lately I've tried to use my Roma therapy device. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Yeah, like I to use that more often when I feel stressed out or like overly like anxious or whatever. As a way to help calm down. Without like acting like on like really strong like emotion. um I mean, it's like a work in progress, um but like I will say that it does help. Like I will say, like the more that a good healthy coping like a mechanism is like utilized, is the like easier that it is to like use it, without even like thinking it about it. Like it's at that point that it turns into like a muscle like memory. So the next sub topic is accepting an olive branch. um yeah, I mean, this is something that's not always like easy to do, because this means that, well, one, that you have to admit that you need help. Like you have to admit that there's something wrong, and sometimes like at admitting something is wrong, is one of the most like difficult things to actually like do. Like at least for me it is at times. You like it's like I have like moments where it's like I don't want to like reach out. Where like I don't want to take, it's like some you know some ones, like hand, for instance, um it's like I just don't, it's like I was just like uh, rather much, just like stay in like the mood that I'm in, and like whatever, you know, because sometimes like it's so like easier to not ask for help, you know. Um, but like that, I will say, at those moments where like I do take in help, where like I do let somebody in, um, you know, that there are times where I do feel like better like afterwards. Like I'm not saying it's every single doggone time, but there are times, where it's like that I allow myself, to like let somebody in, and to talk to them about like what's going on, like what I'm like dealing with, like what I need like their help with. So the next sub topic is emotional roller coaster. Um, I mean, like I kind of knew that this topic was gonna come up at some point, you know. Um, I mean, like this is one that I can honestly say that I've dealt with recently. Like I wouldn't say that I dealt well by any doggone means. No, but like I've dealt with it, Um, it's like someone saying something to me, like I be having like a decent day, like an okay day, like a good day, or whatever that actually is. And then they say like this one thing to me, you know, and it's like everything else, it goes out the doggone door, and then once it's either that I'm mad, that I'm like angry, or I'm upset, and it's like I then find myself going down a rabbit hole, you know, and I'm going down into this darkness, like into this abyss or whatever, and it's like I can't find a way to get out of it, it's like I'm stuck, and I will say that I do make it out on the other side, but there are times where that it gets difficult, just to not give up, to not give in to what my mind says, or to not give in to those in a tense uh emotions, to not to not act, on them, in that moment. And so that takes us to our next sub topic, which is acceptance. I mean, it's one of the more a difficult ones, I think, because it's the one where it's that you have to admit and take in, it's everything that is going on, it's where you aren't able to actually hide behind a mask or false face, it's it's that we have to own up to what's going on. It doesn't necessarily mean that we like what's going on, but we have to admit what is going on, because until that we can learn to admit what's going on, to accept what's going on, then we can't actually change or do anything about it, I mean it's definitely hard, just to say, okay, well, I got this going on, and I know it's not good, and I know that I should do X, Y, Z, Like, that's not easy, you know? You know what I mean, like, I know, like, it might seem like that I truly don't have any, like, issue with, like, this, like, whatsoever, but, like, I do. Like, I mean, like, like, it is hard for me, like, at, certain times, to, like, admit, like, that there is something wrong, or that I have this, like, issue, or that I need to get help for, like, this. And that's not even be like mental stuff. Like, it can be like it can be like physical stuff, And it's like, well, so it's like I don't need to do like X, Y, Z. I'll be okay. This and that. And deep down, it's like that. I know that, um, yeah, you can like put it off. Like, you can act like there's nothing wrong, but eventually, it's going to catch up to you. And more times than none, that it actually does uh catch up to me. So it's it's one that I still have like issues with, but I also know that the more I'm able to actually like admit what's going on, to be like cognizant of like those like things, then the odds are that I can find a way to like work uh through them, and you knowing and effective like at a manner. So like, I know this is like one of my like longer weekly like, episodes. There's only 3 sub topics left at this point. So with that being said, the next sub topic is is adjusting. Yeah, I will say that being able to like adjust to different things that are happening around me, that's working that's working in progress. I mean, like, for instance, like life like outside of the like military. That's something that I'm still trying to adjust to. Like, I find that, or like a lot of the times, like the way that I think about things, or the way I react to things, or kind of like how I would react, or like I think about things, if I was still in the like military, you know, and so like, it's like I have to find like a way, just to like balance uh things out, you know. Um, it's like that. I know that there are gonna be things that come up or go on that are gonna be like a difficult, you know. But I also know that I have to, just be able to, take those things, um, just as, as they, come, It's kind of like the, concept of, taking things, like, one day at a time, you know? Um, and, like, it's not always gonna be, like, an easy road, but, but that doesn't mean that, we just give up, or we just, stop fighting, you know? Um, so the next topic is, mental, mishaps. Um, so what, like, that I mean, like, by this one, it's like me, like, uh, forgetting things, or thinking that I've done certain things, and to find out that, nope, I actually did not. Case in point, like, and I know this is like a bit, like, an embarrassing, but it's like, you know how that, like, as like a kid, maybe, that you I walked out of the a restroom, and you find out that, oh, you forgot to zip up your your, like, pants or whatever. Yeah. Um. So this happened to me, like, a few times, like, recently. It's like that in my mind. It's like I'm thinking, that, well, if I button them, then I definitely, zip them up. And to find out that I have not. Um, and, like, it's one of those things, like, that some people can kind of, like, laugh off, but, like, that I can't, you know, because to me, it's like, I know that it's a couple things. Either one is that I'm not, um, there's not, like, enough, like, attention that's being, like, a given to, like, what that I'm doing, or it's one of, like, those, like, other things, where it's like, I just, I don't know. It's like, a memory lapse, It's like, one of those things that, you know I know that I still, like, work on. So, I mean, yeah, it's just like one of those things, like, I just have to, you know, you could be, like, mindful of, just, just, like, work, through those things, and, when they, like, come up. So that, takes us into our, last, subtopic of this week's episode, which is, calming, the mind. Um, yeah, I mean, like, there are times where it's like that I have a lot that's, like, going on, like, in my head at, like, once. I mean, there are times where it's like I lay down to go to bed, and it's like I can't sleep because my mind just won't stop. Like, it's like I have a thought about this, and then this, and then this, and then, what about this over here, and that, and that, and that. It's just like, come on, man. Just like, uh, calm down, relax, you know, okay, like get up, like read about like this one thing, okay, cool. I make a list of things that on your mind that you want to like look like into more. Cool, great, done, good. Now go lay down and try to go back to sleep. Um, but it's like the thing is though, it's like that it's hard to, you know. I mean, it's like that. It's like in that like a moment, it's like my mind's on like a full throttle, you know. Uh, kind of like the like energy like drink, um where it's like go go, it's like there's no like stop in sight, like there's no like there's a no like there's a no like end in sight, it's just we're just going, um but like eventually, like things they do calm down enough, and I'm able to, relax again, but like I will say that also comes up to like when like I'm into a like episode, where like I'm uh contemplating, between, life and death, and it's like got all these thoughts, coming in and going out, coming in and going out. It's like, whoa, like they're not gonna like miss you, and and if you're not here, then you don't have to put up with XYZ, or you don't have to deal with this person over here. You don't have to hear somebody say this kind of things about you, or you ain't gotta deal with this. You ain't gotta da 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 da. Yeah, it's like never like ending. It's like you just wanted just to shut the so and so up. I mean, you just wanted just to just like stop, just to end, just to be quiet, and it's like it just won't like stop, like it won't just like shut up, you know, and it's like in those moments, it's like I have to, really like mind myself, that if I try to force my mind to stop, that it won't stop. So it's like I have to let the thoughts come and go on their own. And eventually things will calm down. But if I try to force it, then they're not going to calm down. I'm not gonna stop thinking about 1,000 different doggone things. My mind is gonna find a way to think of even more things. You know, um, so just like learning and practicing. Like um, just like letting it be. Just like allowing the mind to go through thoughts. Just learning to let the thoughts come and go on their own, instead of trying to force them out or force them away or block them out or do whatever, because it's just going to make you think about that thing more, you know? Um, so like I think like the more like that I put that into practice, you know, it's like the like easier that it's going to become, you know? Um so like that's the end of this week's like episode. Thank you to anyone who tuned in, who's like listening to this, like whether it be on YouTube, you know, where you can actually like watch the video too, as well as like a listen or whatever. You know, I know it's like always, if you have any like thoughts or thing like that that you want to like share or whatever, you know, just go ahead, put those down in the comments on my YouTube channel. You know, and to like anyone like out there, you know, who's like going through like an awful lot, like mentally or like physically. Like I want you to know that you're not alone, that you're not in this fight alone. You know? So like I don't want you to, you know, like think that you're in this alone, or to think that you have to fight alone, because you don't, you know? And instead, I would encourage you, you know, to take things like one day like at a time, um, you know, and just um, you know, if somebody like reaches out to you because they see that you're hurting or that you need help or whatever, that my hope is that you allow them to, you know, is that you allow them, you know, um, to help you out. And as always, until next time, I hope everyone has a safe and a wonderful week.